Now this week we are going to talk more about rabbit farming because it's been quite a while since I last talked about rabbit farming. Welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Dennis Duke Onyala. One of the questions that has been coming up recently is, how much land do I need for rabbit farming? How much land do I need to start rabbit farming? And in this particular video, we're going to answer that. But before I do, please do follow me on Twitter, formerly X, or rather, follow me on X, formerly Twitter, at Dennis Duke UG. I have a lot of content on Twitter as well. Please do come around Sungra House and support us. Eat the food, the nicest food around town. And I'll be more than glad that you've supported me. Well, let's go into our discussion today. Don't you go away. I'm glad you're still watching the Duke's Farm. Now, rabbit farming is one of the most lucrative business in recent times. Let nobody deceive you. Those that have failed because they failed to follow the teachings that we do offer them, and they are not doing what is supposed to be done. Let nobody lie to you. When you follow the right steps, you are bound to be successful, because not a single day have I not had market for my rabbits. So, as it is with the market, so it is with other things. But, well, because rabbits multiply very, very fast, somebody wonders, how much land do I need? How much space do I need? Well, the number of space, the number or the amount of land you need is entirely dependent on the type of rabbit farming you choose to take. Is it commercial on a big scale or commercial on a small scale? Now, it also depends on the average number, the maximum number actually of rabbits that you want to keep at your farm. So take, for example, if somebody wants to keep about 50 rabbits, really, how much of space do they need? Is not the same amount of space for a person that requires about 1,000 or is going to keep about 1,000 rabbits, and so forth and so on. So I want us to look at from 20, 30, 50 to even 1,000 rabbits, okay? So the first things that you need to understand is the amount of land you need is dependent also on the type of feeding you're going to use on your rabbit farm. Rabbit farming is only lucrative if you minimize the cost of production as much as you can. Now, what does this mean? It means that you're going to ensure that you invest in production of grasses to substitute commercial pellets. Remember, commercial feeds, rabbit mash, rabbit pellets are a little bit expensive. A kg goes for about 2,000 Uganda shillings. I'll have another video, maybe in the next couple of days, to show you how we mix rabbit mash to substitute commercial pellets, but also to help on the nutrition of our rabbits. So, how much land do you need? Between 10 rabbits to about 50, you need roughly half an acre. Now, this half an acre is going to be used to plant our grasses, okay, on this same land, but also it is going to be used to do some construction. We talked about from 10 to about 100 rabbits, you need half an acre. Why? Because it is enough land for, the more land you have, the better. But if you are on a space of half an acre, you can do 100 rabbits fully. But you need to be very good at pasture management. Otherwise, you will have issues to do with nutrition, you'll have issues to do with sickness and so forth and so on. But also, you need to know that you'll be once in a while substituting with commercial pellets. If you want to go off the commercial pellets, then you will need an acre for about 50 rabbits to about 100 rabbits. Okay, you'll need an acre so that you plant or you grow enough grass. So between 100 to about 500, you will need 2 acres. The more the land, the better. If you have 3 acres or 5 acres, the better. Now, this land, again, the more land you have, it means the more space for you to actually grow these grasses, manage the pastures, and be sure to harvest as much as you can. And then you need to be as well good at storage. So if you are good at pasture management in the fields, you need to be as well good when it comes to storage, because there comes a time, or there come times when the sun is too much and the rain is very limited. So you want to ensure that you stock your grasses so that you feed onto your rabbits. So from 500 to about 1,000, you need about 6 acres. Now this, or 7 acres or 10 acres in case you can afford. So this land again is used for planting grasses. Now the grasses that you can plant on this to ensure good and better nutrition, like we talked about, is alfalfa, coriandra, chloris guyana, Mombasa grass, velvet beans, and so forth and so on. There are some that are, for example, edible with human beings: cabbage, maize leaves. You can plant sorghum, a lot. Rabbits can actually feed on all those that we've actually talked about. Now, the same land, or the same amount of land, can also be used for digging a borehole or shallow well. They can also be used for the toilet. They can also be used for our workers' house, among many other things. But also, one thing you should know is rabbits do not take a lot of space unless you're going into the biggest commercial farm. Otherwise, even with a space of 50 by 100, you can still start rabbit farming. You can even keep about 20 to 30 or even 100. But here you are supposed to supplement the feeds, because you cannot grow what is enough for your rabbits to feed on. I hope these questions are clear and I've been able to actually answer your question. My name is Dennis Duke Onyala. Well, that's all I had for you. Have yourself a good time.